relaxation that I get when I'm using the touch. To me, that's really important because I'm a really high energy girl and I need to slow down. So when I do a touch session, I try to make myself just slow down and do a session, and it helps.
Hey Jill, welcome to Touch Tales. How you doing today, girl?
Hey, I'm doing great, Tracy. It's so good to be here.
Awesome. Well, I just adore hearing from you. So, can you start off just by telling the listeners a little bit about how you were feeling prior to coming to QHS?
Prior to QHS, I have lived with what some people would call chronic pain, with a curved spine, one that was um, so extreme that a chiropractor told me that he could take me to any doctor proposing as my brother and they would do a surgery immediately. So I've lived with that. Um, I've had infantile asthma and things like that. But what I really notice is just I have my aches and pains as someone in my mid 60s, and that's what I've lived with. So nothing really extreme that I could claim to, bring anything out. Just what I love about being part is just being more conscious about my own health.
Awesome. So, how is your experience using the touch?
So my experience using the touch has been, um, I say I'm a feeler, but with the touch, I sometimes feel it and sometimes I don't. And I know that's my own level of belief when I go into a touch session and the intention, whether I get a good intention set or not. So I've had some amazing sessions where I felt as if I could feel the flow of the touch from the top of my head to the bottom of my feet, and that it lasted for quite a period of time. So I could feel those frequencies. Um, as to any like sudden phenomenons happening, no, but just the relaxation that I get when I'm using the touch. To me, that's really important because I'm a really high energy girl and I need to slow down. So when I do a touch session, I try to make myself just slow down and do a session, and it helps.
It's so funny that you said that. Did you know that my brand that I was building as a health coach prior to QHS was called High Energy Girl?
No, that's too fun. I
That's
am. I bounced off walls from the time I was a little girl.
I
Still
believe that.
do.
I remember you in Wow Can Cook. You were just such a character and so much fun.
I loved that. I loved that with Dr. Gloria and you. It was so fun. You had your hat, and then I went out and got one. And I was hoping the other ladies would, and I was like, they're not, but I've never been one to follow, so I don't care. I liked being the chef, and I really felt I found a calling there with all that great healthy cooking.
Cool. Well, thankfully, she's still posting all of her wonderful recipes.
Yes.
They're so
Great.
good. So, how
Mhm.
often are you using the touch, my dear?
Oh, I use it daily, and I do it 2 to 3 times a day without fail. Without fail. And maybe one will not be a focused touch, so I'm just running around with it in my pocket or something and hearing it because we used to have to hear it. We used to have to touch it. And so they were more focused then, and it seems odd, but there's still, I like touching it. I like the feel of it. I like the tones coming out. So 2 out of the 3 will always be a focused session.
Okay. Yeah, that's like me. Morning and night. I bookend my day with it. So, that's awesome. And how has it
That's it.
helped you?
So for me, what it's done is it has helped me with focus. You know, just because I need to be focused when I do it. And I really appreciate that. It does. I have to be focused with an intention. I have to be focused in the moment. I can't be doing anything else. And I'm grateful that we couldn't be doing anything else in the beginning because what I've found is it's made me more focused in every aspect of life. Just it does. And um, there's been little things like, okay, so what I've noticed is that I'll have a mole fall off. Now, as a freckle face that got way too much sun, and I'll just have a mole just drop off. And I'll go, wow, that is really cool. Like I'll rub it because maybe it's coming off, and I'll just rub it just a little bit, massage it, and away it goes. And so to me, that's an incredible thing. I like it.
Yeah, I love that. That's
Hmm.
very cool. Anything else you want to add?
No, but if we could do it for the pounds, that would be good too. No, I'm just kidding, but I'm not a really big lady, but or anything. But no, I love it. I love doing the touch. I love being part of QHS because um I'm just more conscious of my own health, and I want this for other people too. So no, I mean, the focus is great. The moles, whatever else that I'm not thinking of, but those are in particular. Oh, and I can put it like if I've walked and maybe the top of my foot's aching or something, I can put it on there and I don't have anything that's residual. So I do know that I've seen that.
That's cool. And
Mm-hmm.
we're looking forward to the future, the near future, when we have a 30-year-old body, but we have the wisdom of decades. What excites you about that, Jill?
You know what really excites me about it is, I'm not young. I know I still have a lot of life in me. I'm full of energy, but knowing that I could be 30 again with this wisdom, there are so many more things I would do with my life. Like I really wanted to work with children and about 12-year-olds and show them the power that they possess. I did that in a resale shop that I had in St. Louis. And they would come in there and a customer might say, "Why are you in here? There's not kids' toys. There's nothing." And one of my favorite kids that would get off his school bus in the inner city answered and he said, "I'm here because this is like my second home. This is my home away." And he came in and he pretended to run my business and he'd open up my little cash box and he'd say, "Jill, you didn't have a very good day today." And so I would love to help those kids have better days and build self-esteem. I would do so many more things with, I love seniors. And now I'm a senior. When I started working with seniors way back when, in Wyoming days, now I'm in Florida, I was helping them see the values that they still created for themselves, especially since they were at the senior center. They weren't home sitting on their duffs, and I love inspiring people to step up and step in and try something new every day. So I know I do a lot more of that. I believe that's going to be something I'll be able to do at QHS with volunteerism and that.
Awesome. One of my humanitarian project ideas was to have, like, how when seniors live in like assisted living or those types of environments, I thought, how cool would it be if they had like children that were either orphans or in foster care live with them so that they can absorb the wisdom from the seniors and the seniors can feel the love and joy and youthfulness of the kids. Like have a combined type facility so that everyone has somebody to love and everybody feels love from somebody else. Don't know if I'll ever have time to do
Yeah,
it now that I'm here.
I think that's a really beautiful thing, and it does remind me how my mother's mom took care of both grandparents, and that those grandparents were there with the wisdom to the younger generation, right? So they had parents and grandparents, both sides, present. And it can be a beautiful thing, and they could have been orphans.
Hmm. Yeah, I
Beautiful.
love that idea. I grew
I
up
see we're
down
getting
this.
rain now.
Oh, rain is good. I love rain.
It
So
is.
I'm excited. Will you come back and do another interview, Jill, so we can see you post QARC when you're got a 30-year-old body and all of that jazz?
Absolutely. We can be rid of these wrinkles and we can talk about all the future that we're going to build together, Tracy. I'll be back. I've
Yay!
loved being part of QHS. You bet. You
Awesome.
bet.
Well, we love having you. You're a bright light, and I love watching you shine, my dear.
Thank you. I feel the same about you.
Aw, thank you. Well, I look forward to seeing you next time. So thank you so much for coming on Touch Tales. I appreciate you.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me.